Hi everyone, my name is Victoria Melgoza, and today I'll be talking about sleep deprivation in the United States, why it happens and what it does to our bodies, and what we can do to reduce its impact, especially among college students. Sleep deprivation is a major public health issue. Right now, 35% of Americans are not getting the recommended 7 or more hours of sleep per night. Poor sleep is linked to cognitive impairment, chronic disease, and workplace errors, and it costs the United States about $411 billion each year in lost productivity. College students experience especially high levels of chronic sleep loss, which puts them at an even greater risk. About 63% say they feel tired or dragged out more than 3 days a week, and 61% report staying up late and waking up early, creating constant sleep debt. Around 20% experience excessive daytime sleepiness, and research shows how this affects academic performance, GPA, stress, and mental health. Sleep is not optional. It restores both physical and mental functioning. It clears toxins from the brain through the lymphatic system, which strengthens the memory and learning, and it helps regulate appetite hormones like ghrelin and leptin. It also supports immune and cardiovascular health. In fact, lack of sleep can increase the risk type 2 diabetes by 28%. Not getting enough sleep has serious health consequences. People face a higher risk of cardiovascular disease, obesity, metabolic disorders, anxiety, depression, emotional instability, and slower neurological functioning. A weakened immune system also means more frequent illnesses to occur. Sleep deprivation is also a safety risk. Drowsiness can impair the brain in ways similar to drunk driving. In 2015 alone, drowsy driving caused about 100,000 crashes, 71,000 injuries, and 1,500 deaths, and about 20% of fatal crashes involve a drowsy driver. Young adults between 16 and 24 are at the highest risk. Sleep processes and circadian rhythm. Our sleep-wake cycle follows a 24-hour circadian rhythm controlled by a melatonin release when it gets dark. When this rhythm is misaligned, the risk for chronic diseases increases. College life disrupts circadian patterns through late-night screen use, irregular schedules, and shift work. Sleep happens in two main forms, the REM and REM. NREM has 3 key stages, starting with light sleep, moving to deep, restorative delta wave sleep. While the REM sleep is most dreaming occurs, the brain becomes active while the body is paralyzed. REM is essential for emotional processing and memory, and when we don't get enough sleep, REM is usually the first to suffer. Most adults need 7 to 8 hours per night. When we all fall short, sleep debt builds up and it can be erased by naps. Naps longer than 30 minutes can cause sleep inertia or grogginess. Students often have sleep debt because of stress, tight schedules, and screen time at night. Common sleep disorders. Sleep deprivation is also related to various sleep disorders. Insomnia is the most common one out of all of them. About 68% of young adults report symptoms. Other disorders include sleep apnea, where breathing repeatedly stops, restless leg syndrome, and narcolepsy, which involves sudden sleep episodes. Overall, about 70 million United States adults have some form of sleep disorder. Insomnia in more greater detail. Insomnia involves trouble falling asleep, staying asleep, or waking up too early. About 10 to 15% of Americans experience chronic insomnia. Stress, circadian disruption, certain medications, and anxiety can all trigger it. Around 21% of college students say insomnia affects their academics, yet many don't seek treatment. and treatment for these sleeping disorders. There are effective treatment options. For insomnia, the first line treatment that would be available is the CBT-I, or cognitive behavioral therapy for insomnia. Relaxation techniques and mindfulness can also help. For sleep apnea, treatments include CPAP machines, airway stimulators, and lifestyle changes like weight loss or reducing alcohol consumption. And conditions such as the restless legs or narcolepsy often require medication or behavioral changes as well. Improving daily sleeping habits. Better sleep habits can make such a major difference. This includes getting natural light in the morning, exercising earlier in the day, and avoiding caffeine after 2 p.m. Eating heavy meals late at night or staring at screens before bed can make sleep harder. Managing emotional stress before bedtime is also key. Environmental sleep hygiene. The sleep environment matters as well. Keeping the bedroom cool around 65 degrees also helps the body to fall asleep. A sleep cave that is dark, quiet, and comfortable improves better sleeping quality. And only using the bed for sleep. Avoiding over-the-counter sleep meds unless prescribed, and getting out of bed after 20 minutes if you can't sleep are also proven strategies. And the solutions and final thoughts. To address sleep deprivation as a public health issue, we need to expand sleep education, improve screening for sleep problems, and increase access to CBT-I tools. Public health efforts such as drowsy driving campaigns in later school times are also important. College students are uniquely vulnerable and need targeted support. Ultimately, improving sleep improves overall health, well-being, and quality of life. And then here are my APA references. Thank you so much for listening.